I'd like to call this meeting here in City Council to order February the 4th, 2025. Before we start, we'll have a prayer by our Dudley Evans, followed by the pledge allegiance to the flag. Mr. Evans.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate the privilege. Let us pray. Father God, we thank you for the day you've given us. Wow, just some great weather.
Yes.
We're so thankful for that as well. And we know that probably some more cold weather's coming in as that groundhog just kind of hits out of the hole. But we ask you, Lord, now to bless this city. Bless the mayor, the council,
Yes.
all the workers, first responders, police officers, everybody that takes part in making Harriman a great, great place to live. We pray your blessings upon it and upon our nation as well.
Yes, Lord.
We ask all this now in the name of Jesus, our blessed Lord, and amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the roll, please.
Brian Frost.
Here.
Tim Johnson.
Here.
Alicia Harris.
Here.
John Brackett.
Here.
Lonnie Wright. Cheryl Langston. Here.
I'd like to declare a quorum. Motion to approve the minutes of the January 21st, 2025 meeting. Motion by Councilman Johnson.
I'll second.
Second by Councilwoman Waxman. Councilman Johnson.
No, sir.
Councilwoman Waxman.
No.
Floor is open for discussion. Call the roll, please.
Brian Frost.
Yes.
Tim Johnson.
Yes.
Alicia Harris.
Yes.
John Brackett.
Yes.
Cheryl Langston. Yes.
Motion carries. Motion to pay the salaries.
Make a motion.
Second by Councilman Frost. Second by Councilman Brackett. Councilman Frost. No, sir. Councilman Brackett.
No, sir.
Floor is open for discussion. Call the roll, please.
Brian Frost.
Yes.
Tim Johnson.
Yes.
Alicia Harris.
Yes.
John Brackett.
Yes.
Cheryl Langston. Yes.
Motion carries. Motion to pay the bills.
No, sir.
Motion by Councilwoman
Second.
Harris. Second by Councilwoman Langston. Councilwoman Harris.
No, sir.
Councilwoman Langston.
No.
Floor is open for discussion. Call the roll, please.
Brian Frost.
Yes.
Tim Johnson.
Yes.
Alicia Harris.
Yes.
John Brackett.
Yes.
Cheryl Langston. Yes.
Motion carries. This time we'll hear from the delegation. If you'd like to address this council, please come up to the podium, state your name, and limit your comments to 3 minutes.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Brown with the Rhode Alliance. I just want to give you guys a quick update. The Rhode Alliance Gala is going to be held on April 4th, and as always, we appreciate the city's support every year. We just appreciate you so much. And then on April 1st, we're going to have the Rome County Schools Career Fair, and we are still collecting all of the participants for that. So if you need any more information, please feel free to ask any questions. Our first session of 2025 of the Connect Rome Education and Industry Collaboration will be on February 27th in the Raider Room. And we'll hear from Rome County Schools and their CTE programs. So what Connect Rome is we're getting our industry and businesses in the same room as our educational institutions and having conversations about the career pathways and workforce development issues and programs. So if you'd like to attend, there's a QR code to register, or you can contact me. February's Surprise Patrol was actually this morning, and we moved that around every month. So this month was actually Harriman. We started at Garrett & Sons Flooring, Reynolds Racing and Marine, and then we went to Tennessee Eye Care. All of those businesses have been chamber members for longer than 36 years. So we were super excited to get to actually go out and visit with them. And then and February's Business of the Month was also in Harriman, and that was All Star Promotions. For tourism, the new tourism campaign will be launching, I think it's later this month and maybe in March, but it'll be actually in Gates Hall upstairs, and that date will be released this week, so be on the lookout for some details, and there's a calendar of events QR code there too. Does anybody have any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Anybody else? Come on, we've got a lot of students here. We need to we need to hear from these students, right?
Sure, they should talk. They talk all the time in class.
Do you all mind coming up and taking a picture with us and kind of missed out? Would you kind of tell us what you all are doing?
So these are members of my Tennessee history class, as well as I've got one of my U.S. history or U.S. government and civics class students. We've been learning about local government, and so to earn some extra credit, they were told to come to a city council meeting. Had some that aren't here tonight that tried to pull one over on the mayor, so they might have detention tomorrow, I don't know. But just to learn about local government and that they actually do have a part in that, even though they're not registered voters yet, but that they do have a voice, and just to kind of see how things are run in the city. So we appreciate y'all doing your job and welcoming my students.
If you all would you come up here and take a picture with us? We'll stay up there.
I brought this down.
Oh, no.
Yeah, get it. I'll take a picture. I'll send it to you.
All right, thank you.
You want to introduce their names, Ms. Down? For video purposes.
Sure. Emma, start with you. Will you state your name, please?
Emma Slaska,
Nicholas Robinson.
Melissa Brano, Raven Russell, Board Server.
And Deb Stout.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you all.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Ms. Town, for what you're doing.
Just think in a short time, you all will be sitting up here in these seats.
That's right. That's right.
Taking over this. Not you, Ron. I know you're moving to Harriman, you know.
Yeah.
All right, anybody else like to address council? If not, we'll go into reports. Harriman Utility Board.
All right, so as you know, every month we're getting a little closer and closer to our big fiber broadband project we've been talking about for a couple of years now. Monday is a really important day for Harriman Utility Board. We have a public hearing scheduled. This is one of the last hurdles we need to overcome prior to officially launching the business. So we've invited all members of the public who wish to address our board directly to submit comments in person. They can also submit some in writing if they're not able to attend on Monday. It is Monday, February 10th at 5 p.m. and there's a copy of our business plan available on our website and a full copy of the public notice that went into the Knox News, Sentinel, and the Roane County newspaper as well. It's also on Facebook. Try to get the word out there. We anticipate we will have voices from both sides of the argument, whether we should or whether we shouldn't, and we really look forward to hearing those comments. Overwhelmingly, when we did our public survey, we viewed comments on our Facebook page and at our meetings that we attend, we've heard a lot of support. So I definitely hope those supporters will turn out Monday and give us a good word about it. So again, that's Monday at 5 o'clock, and it's at the HEB main office, basement level. There is an elevator access for anyone that needs that. We have unfortunately had to postpone our EV charging station ribbon cutting ceremony. We originally had it scheduled for this Friday, but we got a little scared because the contractor had another delay. They are on site this week, actively trying to get the thing working. The technology is good, the infrastructure is in place, it has power. It's just a matter of getting it programmed by a qualified programmer. So once that last hurdle is accomplished this week, it will be open to the public. We will be submitting an invitation to all of you and more to attend our revised ribbon cutting date, which we're targeting February 17th, but officially I will update you all later. And then lastly, I guess I'll mention, I'm not going to update on the water and sewer projects right now because really nothing's changed since last month. We're just trying to spend some money, trying to get things done in there, but not any real updates to report. But lastly, I'll just mention it's that time of year again where everybody's opening their utility bill this month and it seems a little high. Just know HB didn't change anything. It's the weather. I promise it's cold weather at this time of year. It always happens a couple months after Christmas, but it does get colder outside and we will be fortunate enough to forget about it here in a few months when it gets nice and warm. But it is cold this month. It was cold this past couple of months, and with about 2 months in a row, we'll probably have some higher bills. And I just encourage anyone who's struggling to pay their bill to reach out to Mid-East Community Action Agency. and/or ETHRA, depending on their location. ETHRA is more geared toward our Morgan County residents, and Mid-East is our Roane County residents' place to go. There's a lot of programs out there to help folks pay their utility bills, and this is a great time of year to reach out and get that help.
You about have anything for Ms. Candace?
Thank you, Candace.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Candace.
Ken.
Appreciate you.
Mr. Ray?
Thank you, Mayor. Council members, I have in front of you the executive summary for the month of January, and I'm pleased to report we saw yet another increase in local option sales tax of 2.7%, and that just continues the trend that we've been seeing. So far this year, for this fiscal year, we have a 4.5% increase, and I expect us to probably hold strong with that. I'm excited to see what the January and February amounts come in at, because those are the two, of course, that are usually the largest of the year, especially given the fact that the December sales tax arrives at the same time that that our deadline is from taxes. So February is the big month for revenues for the city. That's all I have, other than I do want to mention, I've already sent out an email. All of you have probably seen it, but the auditors were here on the 28th and 29th. Everything went very smoothly, and they've just been great to work with. So I'll take any questions if you have any.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you all.
Mr. Owens?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Over the past couple of weeks, since Gavin was here last, we have dealt with mostly the usual legal questions from employees, from directors, and worked on various city matters, contracts and the like. We've also been putting in some extra time on the delinquent taxes, trying to make sure that that goes as planned. The 2018-2019 tax years are up this time. There are 13 properties on 2018 and 41 on 2019 that are delinquent. I think a few of the 41 have come off. They've been paid. We're going to end up around 40, I think, or so within the next few weeks, probably. A lot of those will be paid before we get to a sale. The sale is April the 5th. That's my report.
Any questions from Mr. Owens?
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
City Manager, Mr. Lacy.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, members of the City Council. You've got before you a somewhat complete edition of the direction. I printed off, sat down in my office and figured out I forgot to put the library portion in, so I emailed that to you just before the meeting, and I will include that before I email it out tomorrow night. But just to give you an update on the streets, our mechanic Joe has been really busy working on not only our bucket truck, but the city's bucket truck. He checked out a vehicle that we get from surplus from Roane County Sheriff's Office that hopefully will be part of our inventory. So he's been doing a really good job for us, but they've been trimming trees, just getting ready. Like I said, Candace stated we've got another very cold snap coming in at the end of next week, so getting ready for that. But just continuing to put cold patch out on very few places. It's been a blessing to have Highway 27 paved we did and not have as many issues that we've had in the past with our potholes and ruts in the road. But great crew and continue to do good work for us. Unless Drac, you got something you want to add? Anything else that I didn't put in there? Parks and Rec. Basketball season is starting to end up, finish up. We got opening day for baseball season, April the 5th. I think we sent that out as well. If you've been to the golf course, or if you haven't been, the installation of the HVAC and the drywall in the area that we hope to be our restaurant should be complete this week. If you go down and look at Papermaker Ball Field, where our middle school and high school play, we're in the process of not only putting the knee wall in, the fence, but also the dugouts. We have a little change in plans on that. Charlie, and we're very aware of the deadline, and hopefully to have that ready by the time our first game starts here in 2 or 3 weeks. Charlie, you got anything else you want to add to? This Assistant Chief Johnson couldn't be with us tonight. His son had a basketball game, so I asked him to come at our second meeting, which will be in February the 18th, to present a report or answer any questions you might have. But in the direction, you'll see right there what we highlighted. They did go through Narcan certification, so all of our firefighters are truly certified, fully certified in that. Thanks to Captain Hickey, he organized all the state in-service training, which the firefighters just completed. An update on our ladder truck that's been out of commission for about 2 weeks now. They're waiting a steering box, which should be here in the next couple of days. Once that's installed, we've talked to the group. They said that truck will be like new again, so should give us hopefully 5 to 7 years of that ladder truck back in service. And the good thing is that bid, according to that company, and I'm trying to think who it was, said it should come well in under the bid that we approved. So that's always good. But since Chief Johnson will be in our next meeting, police department, we sent that out. We had our police committee meeting this past Friday, went over some personnel issues, looked at some retirement, some different things that deal with the police department. They're in progress of filling the open position that we have and answering just a lot of calls, a whole lot of calls. But like we mentioned, the police committee doing really well. And Chief Tapp, you got anything you want to add to that?
No.
And we found out the one car that we talked about, the police committee, it might not be the transmission, right? I didn't want to tell them
It's
that.
actually a gasket where the drivetrain goes in. It was ordered today and probably will be fixed in the next couple of days.
So that was a relief as well. We talked about having to replace that transmission on one of our cars. Like I said, I did email out the library report from Connie and Carmen. That's in your email. I have it updated. Went over and visited today. Of course, it was full of kids downstairs, but they have really been working to clean out the inventory, to get rid of the old periodicals, old books, bring their subscriptions and everything that they have on file up to date. We also going to meet this week looking at changing some of the way we handle the financials. We talked to our library board about how bills were paid, having to do with our maintenance of efforts. So we'll be meeting this week to get that in line with what the state library system recommends. But they're doing a great job, and I know I saw Connie walk in. Yeah, she walked in. Connie, we're fully staffed now. I'll send those pictures out of our new employees hopefully this week. But anything else you want to add?
No, everything is going great. We've added a craft and book, silent book night, and we've also got a card night coming up. So added 2 more programs to our already busy schedule.
So what do we do with the extra books that you all have discarded? Where do you take them to?
We sell those during our annual book sale.
Okay.
And then what we do not sell, I either take to the children's home, nursing homes, or to donation boxes.
Even the periodicals?
No, not the periodicals.
Okay.
They go back to the state.
Okay.
Awesome.
Glad you were here, Connie, to answer that question, because I had no idea what you.
And he's the city manager.
But I do know now what they do with it, so I can.
It's cool.
That's okay, Scott.
Way to go.
We've got a full weekend in Gates Hall, and do you remember when we started Gates Hall probably 3 years ago? The whole idea of the council at that time and our mayor was to bring more people downtown. We've got an event this Friday, this Saturday, and this Sunday, and that's the rule rather than exception anymore. And it's all really because of how Jen has promoted it. And
Yes.
and I'll talk a little bit about the park here in just a second, but she has been really good about sending out all the events, and she's also working on a Microsoft Outlook calendar to go on our website. We do start our onboarding with Pinnacle IT tomorrow, so Joe will be in and start the changeover, and she will have a link to our website. But a lot of big events, especially come to Harriman and fall in love at Riverfront Park, and we will have that thing back up and decorated by tomorrow afternoon, and it is lit up tonight, but we'll talk a little more about that in just a second. Jen, anything else? I know she's really excited about Saturday night. We've never had it here and haven't seen it in East Tennessee. What is it? It's
Royal Princess Celebration.
And it's sold out.
We have 12 tickets left.
Tell me a little bit about what that is, because I've never heard of it.
It's like Disney princesses. They'll come. You have a tea party, sing-alongs, dance lesson, princess lessons. It's a big hit already. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd just like to say, I know they do that in Sparta. My great nieces, they go to that. I think they've been going for the last 3 years, and man, it's nothing like it, Jim. They love it, and they get to dress up, and then they're with the princesses or whatever. So I got a lot of videotapes from my great nieces going to it, and it's just something they look forward to. So kudos to you and
Yes.
bringing that to Roane County. We appreciate you so much.
We do.
I've got a 5-year-old that has her dress and cape already, so we're good to go.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Do we get to go?
No, Wayne wants to go, but we're telling him no.
I get to go.
No, you don't. Yeah, you
I
and
get to
Tia.
go.
The other thing Jen's really been working hard on, and we'll see the fruits of the labor probably in June, maybe in July. She's gonna bring the farmer's market back to Riverfront
Right,
Park, and it's something we've been without for a while, so I know she's been working on that as well. Anything else you wanna add, Jen? Okay.
Thank you, Jen, for all
Thank
you
you,
do.
Jen.
You make us look good all the time.
Yes, you do.
I get compliments on you all the time. I'll say that, just thought that's part of Harriman. That's just, we're a big team, you know.
Safety Committee will meet this Thursday at 8:30 for our monthly meeting, so at our next council meeting, I'll bring a report back from that. On our grant update, that's on our last page, CDBG, Keita and I met with Evan and Kimberly Horn this week. I'm trying to get the contract exactly right before we bring that for council for support and make sure, again, that's replacing the sidewalks from the community center. We'll come up Tennessee, over on Cumberland, and back down on Queen, not on Queen, what's that street, Mayor?
Crescent.
Yes, Crescent, thank you. So we've got to get that straight, but we'll bring that contract and to the agenda, to the council on February the 18th. LPRF update, that's where we're replacing the floor in the community center, adding the HVAC. That is awaiting the tribal report. That's one of those required steps that we have to go through on all these grants. SS4A, we're finishing that up, and we'll work on that in our safety committee Thursday morning. We will have the SS4A crew here for our workshop on February the 18th. Hopefully to bring that plan before council on March 4th for y'all's approval, and then finalize it by the 1st of June. Historic preservation update, Keita and Jess have been working really hard on that, on our windows in the Temperance building. We are submitting window drawings for approval, hit that 50% mark so we can start getting our reimbursements.
Yes.
And then we did provide the City of Harriman a support for the county on the NRDAR, that's Natural Resources Damages Assessment and Restoration. We got an email, might have been Friday, and the mayor asked me to look into it. We knew about it, but that deadline passed. The county has applied, so Keita followed up. She looked in. I said, we are going to get this application filled in. She talked with Evan. I said, we can meet the deadline by Thursday, but it's pretty involved. What that is, there's probably $60 million, and it is for the 10 million is being given out in this first round, so we put it on the calendar today. We will be applying for that next year, and what we're looking at doing, and speak with Evan, finishing the riprap or the bank stabilization around our Riverfront Park, and especially our soccer field. It has really eroded over the last few years, so that's what we'll be submitting, and she and I will get in touch with Evan and make sure we do not miss that application again, but I think it's a 100% grant.
So it was just too complicated to get done in that short time?
No, we knew it was coming. Apparently,
Right,
it
but you
had been in
didn't
the
have
fall,
a
and we just
deadline.
missed it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
instead of hurrying up, Evan said $10 million are given out this year. There's over $40 million that'll be distributed throughout the state next year.
Okay.
So we will make sure our name's in the hat for that.
Okay.
Yeah, he said we'd have a better chance next year doing it than trying to hurry and get it done this year, so.
Be specific.
Yeah.
Okay.
Barry, can you flip that? I don't know, I sent you that picture, the one, yeah, right there.
Okay.
I want to tell you, and I think y'all saw that this morning. Jim, Dave, our Parks and Rec crew have been working hard down there at Riverfront Park. You know, the upgrades we did to the bathroom a couple of years ago. We had some graffiti done last Friday or Saturday night. Our crews got down there Monday and cleaned it up. But we're also, Parks and Rec have been working on this. It was going to be, and it will be by tomorrow night, have a bench and a place to have your picture made with your Valentine. And nice backdrop. We've got a lock. What's the fence down there? Locks of Love.
Locked in love.
Locked in Love. So we want to make it just with the red lights and streamers out of trees. Got there this morning when Bear left. He's actually been installing the cameras. When he left about 8 o'clock last night, this was all in place. And then we got there this morning and somebody's vandalized that. And just want to make sure Dudley got this. We are in the process of putting those cameras in. We had a couple of individuals we haven't been able to identify that we saw down at the park last night. But the camera system that we have ordered, waiting, and I've got the list in front of each of you all. We got another item in today, but Bear has already started putting those in. And I just want to say from the side of Harriman, you all and have put in the money and allowed that. We've put a lot of work in to make this city better. Places for people to enjoy. We've got plans for Fred Davis Park, for all of our parks, for people to enjoy at no cost. And then we get
This.
people who come down for no other reason, out of meanness and spite, and ruin it for everybody. So we rallied the troops early this morning, thanks to Jen. That will be redecorated tomorrow. We do have cameras up now, and hopefully we will have the whole system installed. Bear could probably tell you, but it's the exact same system that we've put in at the golf course, the community center, and these two systems with everything's here will go in Riverfront and Fred Davis. And again, they're all consistent, and we all have the ability to log in and look at those, so they all work seamlessly together. I didn't know, like I said, very disappointing that somebody doesn't have any more respect for other people.
But that's,
Shameful.
you think it was kids?
When Bear left, I think David even went through there. We saw two kids. They were just hanging out, didn't have skateboards. We don't know. We don't know. They were the police. Even David, when we put up the temporary camera Friday, he texted me throughout the weekend. He said, "My golly, the police have been patrolling all night long." And
I thought, Tim, we had set cameras up for that stuff, you know, back when we redid the bathrooms and all that stuff.
Well, we've got one on the bathroom.
Yeah.
Got that.
But they did damage to the bathroom, did they not?
to the outside, yeah. The bathrooms were locked.
Okay.
What we've started doing is, police have been locking that at 9 or 10, and then our Parks and Rec, when they come in to clean on the mornings, unlock it at about 7 o'clock. So yeah, the bathrooms are fine. It was the, countertop, thank you, Mayor. Concrete countertops that they use to Sharpie and, yeah, just.
But now we got cameras that cover not only this piece, but also the counter, okay.
Yeah.
Do we have any way to offer a reward if somebody comes forward and?
I think it'd be a good idea because
I mean,
this camera, the Ubiquity camera system we have, and I think Bear could probably tell you, but if we get somebody on there that's not doing what they're supposed to do, I think we can take a snapshot and certainly put
But
it
I
out
mean,
there.
for this particular one, I mean, I'd offer a reward. My personal, you know, if somebody came up and told who did it.
And Jen and I were gonna go down yesterday to do a video to promote it, and we will go down tomorrow, once we get it decorated. Yeah, we can put that out there.
Had cameras up there, I want to catch them.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I know, I didn't know whether to say that or not, but.
Yeah.
And if you
But
remember,
now,
Councilman Brackett, you probably, I don't know how many years ago, they bought a camera system down there for $9,000. It never really worked.
Yeah.
So 3 years ago, we started trying to use the Ubiquity cameras, and they've been great. And we had some discussion here. We were going to include that with our LPRF grant, but they take forever. So we pulled that out of the grant. I think you all approved that order probably back in November or October to go ahead and put those systems in so we could get them in quickly enough.
Are they just going to Riverfront Park or where all of the grant system?
Fred Davis. Yeah, we got enough for Riverfront and Triangle.
yeah,
Are we looking at putting, because, you know,
and the softball.
so it's already
Softball, pickleball, yeah.
Because I know the camera system has come in real handy, even this last week at the community center.
Yeah.
Without the camera system, we wouldn't know anything going, you know, so that's,
Good point, Mayor.
camera systems are working.
And we'll put money in our budget for this next year to include our other parks, because it's, for the price you pay, it's well.
Signs up down there saying that we've got surveillance over the park and the community center. Because if you put them up, that's gonna make them think twice, because they won't know where the cameras are.
Charlie and I talked about that, it might have been Monday, and, yeah, so we got those signs ordered to put those
We have them
up.
we have the signs at the community center and the golf course. We've not just put those in down there and we get some.
Well, if you'll look into that about, I mean, out of my pocket, and you know, talk about it.
And Jen and I can mention that when we do our video tomorrow, and once we get it decorated. 'Cause
I mean,
it's a shame.
I'll donate $100.
I'll chip in with you.
Yeah, it's a disgrace. We do all this and somebody vandalizes.
Have something that nice, you know, and beautiful.
And the kids are out here destroying.
Whoever it is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we don't know it's kids, but
Because
usually,
it's not, you know, Nellie's got hit a couple weeks ago.
yes,
It's not just our places,
Yeah, they
but,
burned all outside her building.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
we've just, the sad part is the time and the effort that our people put in.
Yes.
Yeah, we can replace whatever they break,
Yeah.
but I can't replace the emotions that goes into putting that up, the excitement of getting ready.
Yeah.
You know,
That's-
for doing something good for people, and then they come and destroy it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't replace that feeling.
No.
And that's what I have a problem with, is that our employees go above and beyond.
Yes.
And then somebody steps on them.
And
And we sat here and we can't do anything, and we've been talking cameras I've been here for 8 years, we've been talking cameras for 8 years. It's not anybody's fault, it's got to happen. I'm to the point, it doesn't matter what it costs.
no,
It has
that's,
to happen.
I totally agree.
I also think they need to be around this building here. We don't have any on the outside of this building. You know, somebody
I
comes
think
and
people,
throws something through the window, we'll never, you know.
Because of the police car.
I think that this building's probably because of the police cars.
There's no cameras on this building on the
No,
outside.
but I think people are, they're coming in and out.
Elected.
at-
There's no police cars on the front of the building.
Well, that's true. You're right there. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get them up all around.
Yeah, we do.
Did the cameras from HUB or the coffee place show anything about Nellie's?
We saw an individual, I think Chief Tapp, couldn't identify him. I'm not sure where the camera came from.
From HUB. But you can see the figure of the person, but it's a long ways off. You can't make out the person. You know they walked up Morgan Street. You know they sat at Gather Coffee. You know they went back down Morgan Street, but that's about all you can tell.
Just one person, Barry?
Huh?
Just one?
Yeah, just one.
Just one person?
And the good thing is about the cameras that we're putting in at the community center, the golf course, Front Triangle Park, they have the night capability of night vision. They can zoom in, zoom out, so even if it's far off, we'll be able to get a whole lot better chance to, somebody's down there doing something they're not supposed to do, be able to identify that person.
Well, and I think if we catch, you know, prosecute.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to. If you don't set an example, they're going to keep doing it.
Right.
And I'll continue showing you updates, and so the sheet that I gave to you before the council meeting started, that's the most up to date. We're still missing a few items, but like I said, Bear's already started putting in dream machines. He put in the hard drive that records everything, so thanks to Bear for doing that. But we'll keep you updated on it. Technical IT will be in town tomorrow to start that onboarding process. Not sure how long that's going to take. It'll be a little painful at first, moving away from Google, but to Microsoft Office 365. But that starts tomorrow, and I'll keep you updated on that as well. Quick Trip, if you've seen the sign out there, they expect the permit to be released any day now. That sign out there is requesting public input for a fuel system that is causing the stream to divert. I've only been down there a couple of times. When I did see water, it was usually raining, but that's going well. The permit should be released and they can start work on that hopefully by the end of the month. Talked with Glenn Cofer, number 4, Hampton Inn and Suites. They expect to break ground, start moving dirt at some point in March. You notice when you came in, BKM is installing the unit on the roof that will control the air, not only in our restrooms here, but in our hallway. Thanks again to HUB as we were having to move the block back and forth. They used their forklift, moved it over there, so everything is ready, I think, according to Charlie, for somebody to lay that block for our dugouts, correct? So thanks again for HUB. Anytime we call, they're really good. I had a call from HUB Sunday afternoon, and we had a light flashing out at Webster Road. They were on it. We had it solved and had it fixed. So just do a really good job for the city. And also check our website. We're undergoing changes. You remember 2 years ago, we started a new one. We started from the ground up. It was confusing. So Matt and Kaylee are situating that. And kudos to Keita, Teresa, and Natasha, and I think Jen, who've played a big part in getting that organized. So you should see changes. It's more user-friendly for everybody. And it'll continue to get better. And I certainly didn't mean to talk that long tonight, but that's my report unless you have any questions.
Okay, Mr. Mason, you did a good job.
Will you give a quick update just about the developer? We met with the developer about the different properties, kind of what.
Yeah, I didn't, okay. Yeah, the mayor and I met with a couple of individuals, different engineering firm regarding properties around town. We met Friday from about 1 to about 3:45. This developer is out of Middle Tennessee, and mayor brought in all the properties we have, and they were very excited. If you mentioned, we talked about a couple of properties along our paper mill site down there next to our community center. He was really excited about getting roofs and putting condos in, and they're going to work up a plan for us. We looked at the area above Quick Trip. We talked about the Bud Slavin property. The mayor and I'm really fired up about tomorrow and next Thursday. We get to go before the TVA board.
Trying to.
But we're going to register the 5th, right? Which is Thursday. I already got it on the calendar. So we're hoping, Mayor told me we were hoping to maybe just make a presentation about what we would like to do with that property. So I'm really excited about that. And this developer, when he came in, was just excited about Harriman. He's just talked about, he's worked with cities out in Middle Tennessee where they're throwing up barriers. We don't want you here. We don't want houses. We don't need this. And he said to come here and Crunk Engineering, Seth Francis, who lives right up here on Cumberland Street, actually brought him down here to Harriman, and he said it's nice to be able to sit down. He was really impressed, not to meet with me, but our mayor, and but just say, here's the opportunity. We want to work with you, and so he's very excited. So we hope to bring some news forward about that in the next few months.
That's good news.
Anything else, Mayor? Anything else?
Did you talk about, no, I'm just kidding. Anybody have any questions? Mr. Mason?
No, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mason.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you so much.
This time, we're going to do business. First item, discuss and possibly approve first reading on ordinance 0225-01, an ordinance amending the zoning map of Harriman, Tennessee by zoning property located at 2015 Rome State Highway to C2 General Commercial District. Motion to approve. Motion by Councilman Johnson, second by Councilwoman Langston. Councilman Johnson.
No, sir.
Councilwoman Langston.
No.
Floor is open for discussion. Call the roll, please.
Brian Frost.
Yes.
Tim Johnson.
Yes.
Alicia Harris.
Yes.
John Brackett.
Yes.
Cheryl Langston.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next item, discuss and possibly approve the purchase of 3 sets of bleachers for a total amount of $18,772.29. And I think that's from Park Warehouse.
I'd like to make a motion on that.
Motion by Councilman Brackett. Second.
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Harris. Councilman Brackett.
No, sir.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Floor is open for discussion.
And these will be located where for the benefit of our audience. Scott, please. Mr. Mason, please.
Okay, you remember the storms we had last spring, and so we went around our Parks and Rec and looked at all of our facilities, make sure they were safe, and we found out that the canopies and the bleachers at Papermaker Ball Field needed to be replaced. So Charlie and Zach and the rest of them, we got those taken down. We knew they had to be made safer. So our goal was to put a knee wall in, and those will go behind and on both sides of those bleachers at Papermaker. And we also talked with Pet. They have the fence behind it, so they'll meet all our safety requirements and just be a safer place and a better place to watch a ball game.
I'm really happy about that. Wasn't it last year that weather caused the roof to blow off? Was it a rockwood?
That was wrong.
Was rockwood? Yeah.
2 years ago.
I'm happy that we're getting that stuff done. So everybody can be safe.
Any other discussion? Call the roll, please.
Brian Frost.
Yes.
Tim Johnson.
Yes.
Alicia Harris.
Yes.
John Brackett.
Yes.
Cheryl Langston.
Yes.
Motion carries. That's all we have on the agenda. At this time, we're going to council remarks. Councilman Frost.
No, sir.
Councilman Johnson. No, sir. Councilwoman Harris.
No.
Councilman Bratton.
No, sir.
Councilwoman Laxton.
No, good.
I don't have anything either, so thank you all for coming. Thanks for being here. Maybe some more next meeting. Ms. Stout? All right, we look forward to it. And we appreciate Harriman High School and the work that you guys do with us. I know that some of us have been asked to come up and speak and stuff. Just the working between us has been great, so thank you. Thank you for being a part of that and instrumental in getting that going.
Yes.
Motion to adjourn. Motion. Motion by Councilman Johnson, second by Councilman Frost. All in favor, aye. Any opposed, like sign.